If you've been noticing lately the audacity of the people around you, clients, team members, family, relationships, if you've been noticing the audacity of their disrespect towards you, your livelihood, who you are as a person, I want to share a couple of pointers of what may or may not be going on in your life that is creating such a disruption and such a rude awakening in your life. The thing is that what you're actually experiencing is a true disrespect of you. And the reason why that's happening, that you're noticing it now all of a sudden, besides other times in your life, is most likely because you have been so disrespected for such a long time that your inner self, your inner child, your intuition has just had enough. No more, you're done. And you're just having this awakening, and it is such an amazing place to be. It's a very fragile place to be in that you can either self-destruct and or you can pick yourself up and move forward in the direction of your dreams and into the best version of you. If you don't know who I am, I'm Christine Sherwood, the BeautyPro coach, internationally certified life and business coach. I am the host of this BeautyPro podcast, as well as a salon and spa owner for the majority of my life. I help beauty and barber pros and small business owners truly reach the best version of themselves, their version of success in and out of the salon, spa, and barbershops. This episode, I really want to touch on this self-respect piece because it is such a vital part of what we do dealing with people, serving people on a day-to-day, hourly basis, that if we don't know how to maneuver that, if we don't know how to master these skills, it's really going to damage our self-respect, our insecurities, our own perception of who we are as artists, as well as individuals. The beauty industry is absolutely known for having excellent working relationships, but terrible personal relationships. And as of recently, the industry is shifting in such a way that we're having really bad professional relationships with our clients, with our teams, with our bosses, and also really bad abusive relationships in our personal lives with our significant others, romantic interests, so on and so forth. And so it's definitely time that we tackle these topics and get down to the bottom root of the whole matter. If you've ever heard the phrase, you teach people how to treat you, that is exactly what we're going to be talking about in this episode. The common denominator as to why everybody around you is disrespecting you, putting you down, not holding you up on a pedestal is you. People aren't respecting you because you don't respect you. That's all there is to it. It's as simple as that. We can come up with all the reasons in the world as to why clients are metaphorically spitting in your face, why your relationships are going down the tubes, why your boss is the way that she is, and she's so mean, and she's so this, and we can come up with all the reasons. But if every area of your life you're having some kind of issue or struggle, I can guarantee you it's not them, it's definitely you. How is it possible that in every area of your life, it's everybody else and it's not you? Are you truly that perfect that it's everybody else in the entire planet? Is it really 50 people against you? Really? Let's dive a little deeper and really get into some self-examination. The number one way that we tackle this issue of disrespect from clients, from team members, from all of that, is to truly examine yourself. How are you showing up? How are you communicating? How are you leading in a way that is creating these patterns of dismissal, self-respect, insecurities? How are you projecting that? How are you coming off that other people have earned the right to come and disrespect you. A big question that I always like to talk to and ask with my one-to-one coaching clients is what self-insecurities, what hurts, what issues, what unresolved resentments are taking place in your heart, in your mind, and in your life that is coming up in ways that is not beneficial anymore. What are you holding on to that is no longer able to be held in? When we have unresolved personal issues at home, let's say you're going through a divorce, you're going through a really bad breakup, your parents got divorced even, that is something very heavy and it's very hurtful, and it does affect us no matter how many times we say, I'm fine, I don't have any problems, I'm totally happy that this is happening. There's never a good divorce. Even good divorces create traumatic experiences. I'm using the divorce example because not only has it happened to me in my life, but it is definitely a common occurrence happening in everyday people and regardless of what industry you're in. And it's a very traumatic experience no matter what happens. We can lie to ourselves. We can say that we're fine, but humans, one-to-one, like, we are all energetic. We feel each other's energies. We feel certain ways and vibes about people that's contagious. And so if you're having something that's unresolved and it keeps coming up, it's going to affect the way you apply your foils, the way you cut your hair, the way you perform facials. That energetic hurt literally comes out of our pores. That is why emotional support dogs are so vital for mental health and veterans, because our whole entire body chemistry changes when we're angry, when we're hurt, when we're sick. And these things, if they continue to go unresolved, eventually do become forms of cancer that our dogs, pets, can sense, smell, and can really create a lot of harm for yourself. Not trying to be a drama queen or anything like that, but this is the severity. This is the intensity of what happens when you don't respect yourself. People feel it, people sense it, and they will continue to do so unless you take your power back and literally have control and respect for your own life, career, and who you are as a person. This is the moment where we have to ask ourselves the hard questions, peel back those emotional layers like an onion, and get to the root of who we are. A lot of people will, at this stage in their career, in their life, they will hire a therapist and a coach, or one or the other. In any case, I'm here for you if you ever need those tough questions asked to you so that you can do the work. Another aspect of why people are disrespecting you on a daily basis is because you lack the boundaries, you lack the mindset to respect yourself. And what I mean by that is you go all the way one side of the spectrum and you're a total yes person. You're a total pushover. You're saying yes to everyone and everything. Even when you don't want to say yes, you do. Or you could go to the whole other side of the spectrum and be saying no to everything out of fear. No, because you don't want to do it. You're a negative Nancy. No, 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 no. And you're actually becoming an overcorrector. And you're going to the other way to protect your inner child, to protect who you are inside, to protect your reputation, whatever it may be. Both aspects are wrong. Both aspects hurt you in the long run. And so if you're too much to this side, people will constantly be asking you for discounts and freebies and just disrespecting you and your career and who you are. If you go too much to this side, people don't want to have anything to do with you because you're not fun. You are not a positive influence in their life. You're probably a drag. And both ways are out of fear. One is a fear of rejection, that if I don't say yes, they won't see me anymore. They won't be my friend. They won't be my client. They won't refer their friends and family. The other one is you're overcorrecting in a way where you're demanding respect in a way that doesn't work. Throughout this whole episode, I want you to understand that respect is earned. It is never demanded. It is out of kindness. It is out of love. It is out of how you treat yourself that you will get the respect that you're so desperately overcorrecting and demanding from people who don't have to be around you. Once you have made peace with yourself and not going to either side, and you're able to be balanced, that's when boundaries and healthy mindset come into play. It's all about balance. Another thing is too, healthy boundaries, healthy mindset, it does not happen overnight. It never happens overnight. And if you think that it happens overnight, you're wrong again. Okay? Boundaries, healthy mindset, those are skill sets that take time and practice every single time. And it takes years, honestly, to be able to master them. When you're real and raw with yourself and you self-examine appropriately, when you have the balanced boundaries mindset, then you're better able to attract those ideal clients, to attract your ideal relationships, because you have done the work and you know who you are as an artist, as a hairdresser, as a business owner, as a human being. Once you know who you are and what your purpose is in the relationship, in the career, in the business position, once you know those things, you're better able to ask your who, what, where, when, why to attract those ideal, high-paying luxury clients. Working in the professional beauty industry, we literally deal with beauty and handsome and looks and appearances. And what comes with that territory is the stereotypes, right? We are judging people by the way that they look. It is the same way for the fashion industry. If you've seen Devil Wears Prada, you know what I'm talking about. It is all about appearance. Professionalism is that way. I'm not saying that or condoning that judging others is the way to go. What I am saying is that the beauty industry is an industry that is unfortunately based off of stereotypes, how we look, how we attract our ideal clients and staff, our vibes attract our tribes, right? That's what I'm talking about. If you are a professional New York studio kind of stylist, you're going to attract CEOs, Forbes list kind of clientele, high paying luxury kind of clients. If you are a beach bum kind of client, very boho chic, very natural, wavy hair, that kind of thing, you're going to attract those kinds of clients who don't care about the stiffness of New York City. And if in New York City, you're not going to care about, you're not going to attract the people who wear ripped jeans and, peasant tops, tank tops, that kind of thing. Like neither one of those is bad. It's a different culture, a different system that is appropriate. The bad thing is that when the New York City studio kind of person goes to a beach town and tries to attract the high-paying luxury clients in the beach town, that's when it gets confusing. When the hobo chic kind of beachy kind of stylist goes to a New York City studio and tries to attract those kind of clients, there's going to be a clash. So the professionalism is basically the boundaries and the mindset in action. It's very important that regardless of what kind of culture you are living in, that you are attracting your clients, that you remember whether you're on the beach or you're in the penthouse, service is where we are at. We are in the service industry. And we have to remember that professionalism is meeting our clients, meeting the people who need our attention, like our staff, our relationships, our families. It is our responsibility to meet them where they are. If our clients are beachy kind of people, we need to meet them, not necessarily at the beach, but we have to meet them where they are mentally. Professionalism is not about being immature and not having any boundaries or systems or anything like that. Professionalism is about serving others. Professionalism is not about us having an ego trip or a power trip or anything like that. If we're in the service industry, we are to serve. We are not there to perform. We're not there to be a therapist. We're not there to be a diva. We're not there to make their 1 hour that they're paying about us. We need to be able to be an open blank slate for those people, whether they're clients, our team, our relationships, whatever, to be able to communicate back and forth with us. It's really about communication, leadership, and self-awareness, which just so happens to be my 3 pillar type things that I love teaching and talking about on the podcast and talking and coaching through with my one-to-one clients and my own staff. These are the things that are going to change our life. So just as a recap, professionalism is boundaries being perfected. And I want to touch on one more thing that it can be kind of misplaced and maybe not expected when it is talking about having people respect us, who we are and what we do in our daily lives. It's ambition, right? We are in this industry, we're in this career field, not so that we can fail. Like, we didn't just rent out our suite so that we can fail. We didn't become a hairstylist. We didn't go to cosmetology school or aesthetic school so that we can fail and waste money. No, we got into this career to make fast money, doing something that we love and something that's going to satisfy our craving to change somebody's appearance. In order for us to be respected in whatever space that we are in, it requires that we take care of ourselves. First and foremost, we have to take care of our bodies. We have to drink water. We have to eat healthy, because what we do is a laborious job. It is a physical job that if we don't take care of our body, we are not going to be able to do. We have to take care of our own mental health. People are going to trauma dump on us because they need a release. They need somebody who's going to make them feel seen, heard, and understood. And they want to express themselves and be able to have that person pour back into them and transform their appearance in such a way that it matches how they feel inside. If we are not emotionally prepared to take on and listen to somebody else's issues, we're going to take that home and we're going to have nightmares at home because we're going to be constantly thinking of everybody else's problems. Having ambition kind of sets that tone and kind of earns that space that I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm also hearing what I'm saying and feeling. And there is a line. There is an ambitious line that I am hearing you. I'm not going to take that home because then I won't be able to serve the next person, the next hour, the next day, the next week, the next year. When you are ambitious and you are focused in your profession and in your goals, and you know exactly what you want to do with your life, with your relationship, maybe you want to get married, maybe you want to have children, maybe you don't want those things. You're so zoned in that you don't have the time to gossip about family and friends to other people. You don't have time to be obnoxious. You don't have time to be mean. You don't have time to be a yes person. You don't have time for these time wasting things because you're so zoned in into who you are at your core, and you're so zoned in into who you want to be in your future. Your present self is getting things done for your future self. So that person can look back at their past self and say, wow, thank you for having ambition to get me here. Thank you for respecting yourself in such a way that you put in these boundaries. You had this mindset. You were real and raw with yourself to get us to our dreams. All of this talk, this not having time for petty stuff, that is another episode about time management. That's another class. That's even a one-to-one coaching session with me on how to have proper time management in every area of your life so you can get to that next version of you. I hope this episode helped you in what it means to respect yourself as a human being, respect yourself as an artist. You know, again, I will repeat, the number one reason why clients and people and family don't respect you or have the audacity not to respect you is because you don't respect yourself. But after hearing today's episode, I hope and I pray that you're able to really ask the tough questions to yourself. And if you don't, set up your one-to-one discovery call with me and I'll ask the right questions for you. I hope that your boundaries and your mindset, they shift in such a way that it benefits you. I hope your professionalism and your ambition drive you to earn that respect from other people. Once again, that golden rule comes into play. Whereas if you want to be respected, you have to respect others and vice versa. So that's a wrap for today's episode. If you love this episode, be sure to write your comments down below in the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. I want to hear from you. I want you to reach out to me, connect with me, send me a message. What resonated with you in this episode? Let's really bond and band together on how we can get more respect from other people while living our best life in and out of the salon, spa, and barbershop. Thanks so much for listening, you guys, and I will talk to you soon.